Is this on? Hi, I'm Masterpiece. Um, I'm dropping this video. I was gonna drop a video before the album dropped, but I ended up dropping the album a lot sooner than I thought it would, so that kind of just dropped. But so I'm gonna drop one after. If you don't know who I am, I'm a rapper. I am a songwriter. I am a lot of things, mainly a rapper. And I'm 18, just turned 18 as of recently, and I love music. So I mean, like, music has always been like the biggest thing in my life, and I wanted to drop this video now because after dropping this album, I decided I'm gonna just take a small break because I worked so hard on this album. It's probably the biggest thing I've worked on in a very long time. I was going through so much in the past few months. Well, not the past few months, but like months ago, I was going through like the worst depression of my life, and it was really bad. It was really really bad what I was going through in my head mentally. I was like gone. I'm doing a lot better now. Clearly, I mean, the album isn't called, things aren't better. It's called things are better. So, me personally, this past few months have been the best for me, because I just feel so much better in life. I feel so much happier. I feel, especially with starting college, I just feel so much more in tune with myself. And I just, I wanted to drop this video because I want you guys to get to know me a little bit more. Um, for those who don't know, my name is Leo. No, I'm 18. I live here in Florida, uh, and I just my whole life I've always been in tune with music. Ever since I was young, I was shown music. I was listening and dancing along to songs that my parents would show me, and it's just always been a part of my life. And eventually, I started to write my own music, and I never really took it serious at first. And then when I started doing it more and more and just releasing all my feelings on a paper, it just felt so much more relieving, and it felt so much more. It felt so much better than any therapy that I could have gone through. It was super therapeutic for me. It was super relaxing. It was super like just dumping my feelings and my memories and all my thoughts on a paper, and then having that challenge of making all these sentences and all these bars and all these lines rhyme, and having these schemes, having these flows, having the challenge myself to make that the way it is was always like extremely like just fun to me. And so I kept going, and then I dropped my first project, Welcome to the Masters Show. But I wasn't really, even after I dropped it, I never really felt like it was as good as I wanted it to be, and I wanted so much more from it. And I feel like I really didn't showcase my full potential on that album, especially with a bunch of songs that were definitely on the lower end of a tier that I thought were at the time I thought they were pretty good. And listening to it now, I realize I could have done so much better. I could have done so much more for my first project. And so after that, I dropped the deluxe version because I again, with the first one just did not feel complete to me. So I dropped the deluxe version, and the deluxe version was a lot better. It felt a lot more refined. It felt a lot more complete. Those 7 tracks, I believe, that I added, it was 7 or 8 that I added onto the album, was I felt the best songs from the album entirely were the ones that I added on in the deluxe. But still, I just felt like I was really frustrated with myself after the first project dropping, being such a just lack of what I could do, lack of effort basically. And I just wanted to drop something after, having written so much and doing so much to it that it just felt off. And I realized, okay, I need to do better, and I need to take more time into what I'm doing instead of rushing, because if I take the time and do what I want to do, truly take the time and choose the instrumentals, choose my words, choose my rhymes properly instead of just, writing it all down, I feel like it would sound so much better. And I did. And this Things Are Better was a project I started working on as soon as I dropped the deluxe version of my first album. Even before that, I had a couple songs written that I really wanted out and I really wanted to release, but I kept them in the vault because they didn't at the time fit the narrative that I was trying to go with the first project or the deluxe. And even though I was working on Things Are Better as soon as I finished the deluxe, I decided I wanted to drop a little something else because there was a really big moment in my life that I went through, and I needed to project my feelings about certain things. I was getting a lot of hate and a lot of you know, just a lot of hate, well, a lot of hate. That's really it. A lot of hate, a lot of, putting me down, a lot of oh, you're not good at this. Oh, you're not talented. What are you doing? You're so bad. You're cringe. And I was like, at the time it was getting to me a little bit. So I thought the best way that I could, negate this is to write a diss track on myself and kind of project those feelings of high school, how I went through, what I went through, how I went through it, how I, survived it all into a small little mini project. And then I dropped High School Life EP. So the EP originally had one more song on it, but I ended up taking that one off because it served its purpose that I wanted it to. I'm not gonna talk about what the song is or the theme of the song or why I just ripped a fat one. Holy shit. Anyways, I don't really want to talk about the topic or the theme of the song because it's very, very personal, and it's also just it's not very like it's not, how do I put this? It's just not something that I want to be known for. It's not something that I want to put out there anymore. It served its purpose. It did what it needed to do. The people who needed to hear it heard it, and that was it. That's all I wanted from it. So I took it down. It's still privated in my SoundCloud. I still have it there, but it's gone. You guys will not ever hear this song. Maybe down the road I'll probably re-release it just to see what would happen. But it's just, for me personally, it's just not a song that I want to be known for. Not a song that I want to actually listen to. Well, that's not right. It's not a song that I really want to just it's not something for the public to hear. It wasn't something for the public to really hear. It was something for a message for certain people that needed to hear it. And yeah, that it's gone now. So besides that, the High School Life EP, the rest of it was basically me feeling my emotions at the moment, like those weeks that I was going through the worst pain I felt in a very, very long time. And so I dropped that, but even while I was dropping that, I still was working on Things Are Better. And because I wanted to, at the time I didn't really know what the project was going to be about. And then as time went on, I started feeling a lot better. I was moving past my depression. And then just these recent, like, 2 months, I've been the happiest I've been in a very, very long time. Starting college, dropping the album, working on myself mentally, doing these things to my, to help myself, be with family, be with the people I love, be with my friends that I, hold close to my heart. Being with them and doing these, just doing these things outside of just the norm that I was used to was an experience that I really needed. And I felt so much more free, so much more relaxed, so much more at ease with everything. And I want to give a huge shout out to a couple people. Um, a huge shout out to Owen, or Large Lad. He's been literally my brother since I started high school. I love that man to death. So if you're watching this, what's up, man? Um, how you doing, dog? Can't wait to see you next time. I can't wait to. I love you, man. Like, really, I don't think you understand how much you mean to me. And I needed to be known that you really are my best friend, and I hope we are best friends still. And I hope nothing else does us apart. And a shout out to the people, the features on my album. Marcus, love you, dog. I know I probably when the time I dropped this, you probably have moved back, or not moved back, but gone back to your home in Carolina. But hopefully I can see you sometime soon. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to hang out recently. I've been really busy, college and all that, and then I have been dealing with some logistics and some things that I have in the works for something really cool that I hope to be able to bring to you all soon. Um, I shout out to Julian, Hollywood Juju on the album. Uh, Dude, you're like the biggest hype man I could ask for. Remember when we were listening to the album together, and you were just there the whole time hyping me up and just being a good friend, like this being someone who supported me. And like I cried that day that we were listening to the album together, everybody, when it dropped. I actually cried the second I was alone in my room, because I was just so full of happiness for people who really genuinely think my music is this good. And because I just do it because it's fun. I love making music. I don't really do it because, oh, I feel like this is something I could see a future in, or something that could pay me. But I sometimes get that mindset, kind of a little bit of an ego, where I know that I'm talented. I know that I have skill in writing music because I take my time with it, and you know I write a song in like a day or two, and then just write, and I know how I've been growing up reading words, reading books, reading uh at such a young age. I started to read chapter books in kindergarten. I was just reading boatloads of books, and I just always had that vocabulary in my head. English has always been my best class and my best subject in school, so it's just always been so easy to me for me to write essays, write poems, write stuff like that. And so I just was like, I can use those talents for something that other people can enjoy. At first, I wanted to be an author, but then I saw this is just not really what I want to do. I do want to eventually release a book, like my own book, not really a biography or an autobiography, because that's kind of fucking stupid since nobody knows me yet. But like a own fiction, no fiction, or is it non-fiction book, like my own like story and stuff. And eventually I will do that. But because I did want to be an author for a while, because I loved books, I love reading, I love writing. But now my biggest passion has become my music, and just listening to music, listening to new music, being introduced to things, introduced to new artists, introduced to new styles of music, styles of rap, styles of singing, styles of pop, like all this stuff. I just love it. I love being able to hear the new things that people drop. And so music, I know I have a capability in music. I know I have some talent. I know I can, I have pretty good flows. I have pretty good rhyme schemes. I have pretty good, vocab and stuff like that. So I know I can, like, if I really put like a lot of effort into, which I will put all my effort into my music. I'm literally going to college right now for music so I can become better at it, and eventually promote myself, make the money to go out and promote and do things to help push my music out there, because it's more of the message that in my songs that I want to put out there than really the song itself. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just the way that I work in my head. Um, but I just wanna give a huge shout out to you, Julian, because you helped me realize that I could do this. Like, there's people who actually enjoy this, people who will actually listen to my music, people who actually, you know, become fans and listen to the message. So I want to give a huge shout out to you, Julian. I loved your verse on "To the Hills," by the way. Don't let what anybody people say to you bring you down. Your verse is sick. I love it. Another shout out to Will. Will, you've always you know which Will too. Like you'll know which one here I'm talking about, because there's multiple Wills that I know. But you've always been there in my lowest moments. Some of my lowest moments when I was at home here and needed somebody to talk to. Will was a really good person to listen to me, to help me, to fix me when I needed the fixing, to just like give me advice on things. And you taught me that it's fine sometimes. It's good to have thick skin, to not let really things get to you, to allow yourself to kind of harden your heart a little bit, and still feel cares and still have emotions for certain things. And you've helped me a lot, really. You've brought me a lot of joy in my lowest moments, so I gotta thank you for that. A shout out to Kyla, the little short one. Sorry, I have to do it. My child. That's not actually my child. Don't worry about it. Kyla does. If you don't know, you guys don't know who Kyla is. Kyla does all the art for my music, all the cover arts for that first album, for the deluxe, for Things Are Better. Some of the solos that I had before, Fling and Pool Party, were all art made by her. And I just want to thank you because you've also been a big support. You were here on the day that I released my album, and you gave me good criticisms. You're you're you helped me, realize that before I was just kind of this guy making music on SoundCloud, and now I've really like improved so much on my ability to rap, on my ability to bring a melody, do write words on a piece of paper, and have people listen to it and enjoy it. It really made me realize that I've really improved at that. And I gotta thank you for all the art that you do. You're an amazing artist. You're super talented in it, and it's really awesome to have someone like you to be able to portray the true meaning of an album, or the true feelings of an album or a project or a song, and portray that in visual, as and you do it in the visual side while I do it in the audio side. It's just like it's a perfect duo if you think if you understand what I mean. So I really thank you for just being also like a great friend, just being an amazing friend. And I also thank you for giving me business ideas, or helping me with things that I want to start doing, like music videos, and merch. I want to eventually do, because people ask me for merch. Like, some of my friends are like, are you gonna drop merch? Are you gonna make merch lines? And I'm like, yes, I want to do that eventually. Even though I'm still small, I'm still like just basically just starting, but people always want something to represent me with. All the good real ones want people to know who I am. So I gotta, I'm doing things for that, stuff like that. So Kyla, you are amazing help. So thank you so much. And if there's anyone I'm leaving out, I'm sorry, but basically, you guys know who y'all are. I love you guys to death. All my homies, all my friends, all the people that you have been there for me since day one. I love you guys. I really do. And I just hope that when you guys watch this video, when anybody watches this video, you guys realize I'm young, right? I was started rapping when I was like 14, 13. So a couple years ago. I'm 18 now. It's really interesting how your life changes once you turn 18. And I don't think people really realize that when they're younger and still in high school. Or they're like 17, 16, 15. They're like, oh, when I turn 18, I'll be able to do so many things. I'll be so free. It's like your life changes so much when you're 18. And I turned 18 like this month, and I already had to do so much more. And I just, on the day that I turned 18, like, well, not on the day, but like in a couple weeks when I started college, it's just like it feels so weird to have to do things and do all these things that normally my parents would have to do for me, or normally I would have not, I wouldn't have access to, and my parents would have to access it. It's now all just put on me. It's just your life changes so much when you're 18, and I just started. So imagine what happens when I keep going. It's like, for all the people who are under 18, who are have these huge egos, or if you think, oh, I'm going to be doing so many things, trust me, you got to prepare yourself for it, because I thought I had the same mentality as you, where I thought turning 18 was just going to mean, okay, I'm an adult now, like my life is so much better, I can do so many things now. It's just like, it's really not like that. It's really not. You still have to keep up with your responsibilities. You still have things to do. You have to prepare yourself for when you turn 18, because just because you're finally an adult, you're finally able to do all these things, does not mean that you have freedom in your life, because you still have to do what you need to do. So I am luckily fortunate enough to have parents to support me with everything that I do, put me in a college for my music, because it's my biggest passion right now is my music. I love music to death. Just having that support for me is means everything. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to pursue this career path that I've chosen, and do what I really want to do in life, which is make music for everyone and succeed. And hopefully I can be up there with the legends one day. And just, even not that, even if I have like a small fan base, or even if I just, as long as I have a name in what I do, and like people will hear my name out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, I've listened to him, or yeah, I know who that is, like something like that. Even if it's not to the largest extent, as long as I have that following, I will be happy. And because I already have so many things to support me, Like I already have all the support that I need. That I just want to at least be known for what I do. Um, that's I don't know what else to say. I kind of just went on a rant in reality about what I was wanted to do, and just who I am. I'm just like, if like, uh, who am I doesn't really matter because I'm just like you guys. Um, I just want to make it in life, survive through, push through, do what I need to do. You know, have steady income, live on my own. Just be me is the best I can, and I just take it a different route than other people do. I make music. A lot of people make music, but I love music. I don't think a lot of people understand that you can make music and just to make it because you think it's an easy route to the top. I I do it because I genuinely love music. I genuinely love doing what I do. I love writing music. Sometimes I just kind of I said I was gonna take a break from writing music and kind of work on school a bit more and kind of work on focus my head strong on what I want to do in school, which is a music school. So pinch me. But sometimes I just find myself back in my room, back at my desk, looking up instrumentals, looking up things I can do, writing new songs, ideas, writing down new lyrics that pop into my head. I never see myself just all of a sudden stopping music, just taking a break from it because I always just have to do something with my music, have to push something out there, whether it's a feature on somebody else's tracks, whether it's just a new single, even though I just dropped an album. Like, it's stuff like that. I love making music so much, so I always just tend to write even when I feel like I should take a break, or even when I'm like stressed in the head, or just kind of want to just lay back a bit. I always find myself back in it, and I just that's that love that I have for music, that love that I have for this career, for this talent, is I believe is what's gonna make me succeed. Is just my ability to just do it no matter what, even if like I never have something in my body that tells me, nah, I just really don't feel like making music. I always want to write music. I always want to push a song out. I always want to do more. I always want to drop another project, another EP, another LP, or just anything. I always want to do more. I always want to keep going, keep going, keep going. And that motivation, that love for music, that love for doing this is, I believe, is what's going to make me succeed. And I hope that you guys can sit right behind me, or, well, you know what? No, sit next to me, because I want everybody around me to grow with me. I don't want to be the only one to do what I do and succeed. I want the other people who love this path as much as I do to come with me, to join me, to move forward with me, and just keep going. Because there was times that I wanted to give up and I just wanted to stop writing music, and I always told myself, no, keep going, keep going. This is what you love to do. You can't stop just because you don't think you can do it. You will do it. You have put it out into the universe that you will succeed in this. And as long as you keep going forward, keep pushing forward, keep doing the right things, keep making the right moves, taking the right steps, you will succeed. You will make your name known in this industry. And so I hope that I can make it there, and then I can bring all the people around me with me, because I can't. I'm not a selfish person. I would need I need everybody around me to succeed, or I don't succeed. If nobody around me is rich, I'm not rich. It's just the way it is. It's the way that I am. And so I hope that you guys can start writing with me, supporting me, pushing me to keep going, because even if you don't, I'm going to do it regardless. So you might as well just join the train, hop in the back or hop in the front. Regardless, I'm going to my destination. Like, it's up to you if you want to be with me or not. So I love you guys. I love every single one of you that listen to my music. You guys are all amazing people to be able to sit and listen to me, my voice, which is not a very, pleasing voice to listen to on a song. you know, being able to just sit there and listen and take your guys' time, it means the world to me. So yeah, I'm Masterpiece. I'm Leo. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.